currently a senior in college, and I'm starting to think about job prospects and possibilities once I graduate. So it's definitely something in the back of my mind when I'm applying for jobs, if there's, well, I guess worries about whether there's actually going to be a job out there for me to find, since a lot of companies might not be hiring because of the current economic crisis.
The economy has definitely affected me personally, just because I'm a college student and I've been looking for different internships. There really hasn't been much out there, and that definitely affects my spending. I definitely have to watch what I spend.
And in terms of everyday life, I don't really think about it too often, but I'm lucky enough to have a part-time job right now, and I can make some money to spend on whatever, going out to eat. But I know a lot of my friends are trying to cut back on going out to eat and I don't know, stuff on the weekends because they don't have the money.
My mom lost her job after working for the same company for 38 years. The company was a retail company, so they definitely took a huge hit because people weren't spending as much money on clothes. Financially, it did affect my family because I was in college at the time, so was my sister, so it was a little troublesome. Fortunately, she did find a job in New York, but it is hard for her to travel back and forth.
My dad works in a small business, and I know that he's had people that work with him who have lost their jobs because there just isn't enough business at currently, because people aren't spending much money because of the economic recession. So that's something that's definitely bothered him a little bit, seeing people that he's worked with for years leaving the firm. And I've had relatives that have lost their jobs, so it's definitely affected my family.
I know Massachusetts is definitely in better shape than other places. It's better shape than the Midwest, but the unemployment rate is definitely rising.
I just saw on Boston.com the other day that unemployment's up to 9.8% in Massachusetts. I'm from Massachusetts, and so I mean it's clearly obviously affected people's work situations.
A lot of my friends have had trouble finding jobs, and we've all been watching what we've been spending. So it hasn't been the same. We haven't been able to do the same things as we did before, or go through the plans that we had.
Yeah, it's definitely affected the college community. I mean, I go to Tufts University, and they've certainly lost a big part of their endowment from the economic recession. So it's affecting my community at school and at home.
I keep hearing that the economy is going to turn around eventually, but I definitely think there's going to be some policies that need to be placed just to make those changes and make sure that the same thing doesn't happen again.
I've heard from people that it's starting to turn around, but it's, I mean, not too much yet, of course. I think there's definitely going to be changes in the future in terms of policy because of the recession. So it'll certainly influence the future structure of the economy in the U.S. Just because nobody wants something like this to happen again, but it most likely will at some point.
To be honest, I wish I knew more of what was going on with the economy. I'm just hopeful that things will turn around, so by the time that I graduate, I'll be able to find a job.